Yes. To start us off, as promised last session, Terry will be giving a recap of what happened. Go on,
Aren't you
Terry.
forgetting to introduce the party?
Oh, shit. Right.
Forgot that in the script.
It showed. Yes, my script. Oh no, it was backwards. Sorry, guys. No, I'm here joined with my wonderful friends, Sarcastrophe,
Hey everyone.
Savian,
Chaos.
cool, Spyro Proxy.
Oink.
Okay, Raining Blade
Meow.
and Ocean X.
Hey guys.
Fuck. Okay. Go on, Terry. Just do it.
Okay, just give me. It happened again. We arrived to the warehouse where the target was waiting. It was strange how a man wanted to die, but we didn't question it too much. Getting rid of Arthur is a priority, especially after what he did to Emrys. They exchanged some words in Oni, and although I didn't understand any of it, I could feel mutual respect from the man and Kyoho. A relative, perhaps? Anyways, the man started the fight while snuffing out the candles with a swift move of his blade. Most of us can see in darkness, but he was a tough opponent to follow. He was agile, strong, and far more skilled than any of us. We tried to hit him, yet he dodged most of our advances until Emrys summoned an aura of pure dark, sealing that side of the warehouse and leaving our foe with less ground to dance through. I followed Emrys' lead and started using that damn energy again. It wasn't enough. One by one, we started to fall, giving each other potions, Callahan even reciting his magical words. Eventually, I fell down. The dark god was eager to take his toll. His ooze servants began engulfing me, melting my soul away. That was when I heard Callahan's voice. Here you go, Terry. When I woke up, the fight was over, and I was next to the headless corpse of our enemy, only to realize that everyone was alive. Good. We might pull this off after all.
Excellent work.
That's it.
Excellent work. Someone prepared, unlike me.
No, I
actually
finally
did have a
prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So, we resume our session after the decapitation of Mamoru Tenya, the Oni who stands in place of the supposed assassin. And the revival of those that went down. All hurt, bruised, cut, very cut, because he was a cutty boy, yes. All of you look around, and aside from the body, the very mangled body of the assassin and the headless head not far from it, you see a backpack. Yes?
Oh shit, the backpack.
Yes. You see a backpack. Also, at this time, Kyoho, I want you, please, to do an intelligence roll for me.
Oh man, intelligence.
Yes.
I have that.
You can add proficiency, by the way.
Oh, okay. So that would be a 12.
A 12. Okay. A 12. You replay in the back of your mind some of the moves that Tanya used during that fight. And you start to recall something. Technique that you saw your father use once before. But it's at the tip of your fingers as you try to grasp at that memory, but it's slipping away for now. Oh.
Failed to learn the eject shot.
Anyway, you see the backpack. Oh,
I reach for the backpack.
I think
Arthur is on the naughty list. I don't know if anyone's mentioned that yet.
everyone's been mentioning that.
I'm only noticing it now.
Oh yes,
And I hope-
yes.
He
I-
is though. He is. He is on
Is the naughty list in the mini book mall, or
No,
because
no.
that's the sort of vibe I'm getting?
No, no,
here.
no. It's the mini book of
That's the
Terry.
good boy list.
Santa Terry. Terry Claus?
Terry Claus. Yeah,
Terry
that's
Claus.
good.
Terry Claus. Okay.
Can Demir cast, because I actually have it prepared, cast Detect Magic
Yes.
and basically kind of inspect the backpack?
As a ritual, I assume.
No, just normal. Actually, I have it prepared.
Oh, okay. So,
I don't want to wait 10 minutes.
all right. So you cast detect magic.
Wait, do I recognize that Demir is casting that particular spell? Because I know it.
Yeah, you've seen him use his own version of detect magic. You also know detect magic. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then I stop him.
I could ritual cast it. I just wanted Demir just wants to get on with it.
Don't worry, Demir. I can cast it and you can save your magic. Don't worry. I can cast it as much as I want.
Oh, already then.
All right.
So I do it. Yeah.
And you find nothing.
Yeah. I turn to Demir. Yeah, it's empty.
Well, it's empty of
Interesting.
magic.
Of magic. Yeah.
Yes.
Demir's gonna check the backpack then.
Okay, so you check the backpack. First of all, I remember Callahan asking about Mamoru's katana. Correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have any notes on any answers if you gave
I
them.
did not give you any answers because we had to
Thank God, I
the
do pay
session.
attention.
That's why I'm about to tell you what you see when you go pick up the katana. The katana seems to be well made enough. It does have a brand from Onigashima, but it doesn't seem to be anything special. It's not magical and it's not of the greatest quality, which and
So it isn't a Kamakiri blade then, no?
oh no. It's a normal well made but normal katana from Onigashima.
Okay. Kyo, do you have any need for keeping this, or do you mind if I hold on to it, or?
I don't have any immediate use for it, but what do you plan to use it for?
Self-defense, really.
That's fine.
Yeah, I've no, I don't know. I'm not like you guys with any blades, but I just know that I'm not packing as much heat per se. And that fight's really brought me down to the idea of, maybe I might be relying too much on spells, and maybe it's time that I pick up a sword again.
All right then.
All right. So
Cool.
you do
Tell you to
have
pick up a blade.
it is a red and golden wrapped hilt, and the scabbard seems to be a black collar with a red ribbon around it. It's quite.
Sorry, could you just go over that just again there, if that's okay?
It's a red and golden wrapped hilt. The handle seems to be a mix of red and gold, and the scabbard itself is black with a red ribbon around it.
And there's no markings on it, or it doesn't look like it has a name.
No, but it does have the brand of Onigashima.
Gotcha. What do you mean by the brand? As in kind of like the national symbol? Or
Yes,
is it,
the national symbol of Onigashima.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
It's basically a circle with two horns coming out and joining at the top. I want to remind you, though, you do not have proficiency with katanas.
That's okay. I look dope as fuck with a katana strap.
He just has to wrap it in enough barbed wire until it becomes a club.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, Demir, you pick up the backpack. Meanwhile, inside you find some food. You find that it has a hand crossbow, 16 bolts, 2 vials of a purplish liquid, a bag full of coins, and a note, a beautifully handwritten note.
Sorry, do I recognize the liquid as the same or very similar to the liquid that was given to us by Belladonna?
Uh, it does seem to be very, very much similar.
Gotcha. So, based on the, is the note open or is it like closed? Is it sealed?
Oh, no, it's not sealed, it's open. You can read it if you want.
I would like to read it.
Okay, I am sending it to you.
Ooh.
It's not ooh, it's just a letter. There we go. Hey, while you still hear the storm raging outside.
Emrys is kind of sort of standing, looking at Mamoru's body, looking at the others,
Mm-hmm.
not doing a whole lot.
Demir, or
Time to,
go on.
Kyoho's just sort of taking some time to process everything that has just happened.
Mm-hmm. As one should.
Demir will speak up and say, "This is definitely a thorough framing."
Hmm.
Kyoho will hear in her head. Kyoho, you alright?
No, but there's not really anything we can do about it right now.
Emrys nods.
Is Callahan trying to kill someone right now? Is that what's
No,
happening?
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out. I realized as I was doing it, I was like, maybe I could have done this in my own free time.
Getting buffed.
Yeah, fucking just kill everyone.
Yeah.
The bag is for me.
Now's
doesn't
the
deserve
time.
Thirsty, right?
No, sorry, I was trying to.
TPK by accidental spell testing after combat.
I was trying to figure out exactly. You know, how you have your attacks and spellcasting part of Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
My one is a fucking mess. I'm trying to rein that all in or do something with it.
I can help you with that after the session if you want.
Yeah. We'll do it some other time.
All right, no worries.
TPK boys.
Keep
If no one's
going,
gonna
everyone.
ask Demir, if no one's gonna ask Demir for to see the note themselves, he will just
Ooh,
put
would
it
Callahan have perceived it perchance?
I mean, it's
Kyoho
Callahan.
wants
Even
to
a
see the note.
question.
25.
Demir,
boys.
Demir will hand over. I'll say Demir will hand over the note to anyone who asks. But if no one does, he'll just put it back in the backpack,
Kyoho wants to see it.
and Demir will hand it.
Callahan will just maybe peek over Kyoho's shoulder. I'm going to presume Kyoho's taller than him, so he's just going to be tippy toes, his heavy armor going ting 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 behind her.
Callahan's looking in
I put the note in chat.
puddle of water that reflects the note and just reads it backwards.
Oh yeah, no, fuck. Yeah, I put the note in chat.
When Emrys sees the note, they'll kind of wander over and have a look.
Oh,
We
now
all get an emoji.
everyone wants to see the note.
Hey Terry, you went in on this too, or
After everyone starts seeing the notes, Terry won't be left out, so he starts, tiptoeing to see.
Callan and Terry are just like
Probably have
behind
to-
everyone, be like, "Oh, cool."
We have to like lower the note for Terry though.
And for you.
Alright, boys.
Because Kyoho, remember, Kyoho's like 6 feet tall. She's taller than both Terry and Emerus.
Yep.
Can
We're probably like one of those cellular, like the bars. We just keep going up and up and up and taller and taller.
Wow. Yeah,
can,
but you
in
all
case anyone
you all read the.
reads it out loud, and he's like, "Do not waste them, because the other blundering buffoon," and just really slowly call it out.
I love it. The man memorized the Book of Mal, but everything else is just
Reading's hard, man.
yeah. It's
Reading's hard.
just reading at the 3rd grade level. But the Book of
Are,
Mal.
are we sure? Are we sure that Callan can actually read, or does Maul just
The Book
slowly
of Maul
give him the
has-
information?
There's
Well,
so many
it's-
pictures. So many pictures.
Yeah, but that's basically the message that you all can now read.
Huh. Arthur's toast.
Assuming he does not locate the evidence we planted, yes, it does not look good for him.
This might be enough to incriminate him.
Yes.
As I said, it is very thorough.
Emrys speaks up softly. We have done our part and been successful.
I guess the question that is now is, do we wait around and ensure that this was not all in vain, or do we simply hightail it out of here and trust the rest to the various machinations of our employers? I think this is the last word, like a heavy sneer.
I want as little to do with this farce as possible.
The next, we were also asked to provide this as evidence. So we will.
Right, I meant afterwards. If once we delivered the goods, if we wanted to just simply head out as soon as possible, or that it'd be of my preference, but I am open to options and opinions.
So we
Are
need
we
to...
expected to? Please go on, Callahan.
No, you go ahead there, Terry. You go ahead.
I'm just asking if we are expected to present the corpse to the court of Mal, saying that we found the killer.
Emrys nods.
All right. Well, look, they know me. I might need a hand transporting the package. I'm happy enough to go with anyone, really. If anyone wants to sit out, that's totally cool as well.
Callahan hears in his head. I imagine just the head will be suffice.
Would I know if they need more than a head to cast Speak to the Dead with it?
They give me just a moment. Cello, thank you so much for the raid.
Oh,
Damn, raids. Damn, I don't know why my alerts aren't popping up, but damn, raids. Yeah, damn. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. You're lovely. You're lovely. Um, yee, howdy. All right. To speak with dead, you only need the head would suffice. Yes. You do know that you might want to take the as much evidence as you can.
As in, what do you mean by as much evidence? You mean like the body?
The body,
Or
what you
The
found,
bag of evidence.
the
we
bag
have.
of evidence that was clearly placed
Okay,
there
okay.
to
I
be
just
brought
want
to
to know
the court
if
of
I'm walking
Mal
through,
and incriminate a certain Arthur. Yes.
just to make sure that I'm not carrying around like this body through Westreach. If people are like, "Wow, what's on your hand?" I'll be like, "Ah, don't think about it. Just ignore it, bro.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's a bit of yard trimmings."
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh shit! They're probably gonna take the blade back, and I just added to my character sheet. Fuck. Okay. Well, does anyone want to go with Callahan to the Mall
I'll go.
Institute of Good Boys?
I'll go with you, Callahan.
We shall go.
Out of curiosity, just because Demir is very thorough when he looks through the backpack, how much gold is in there?
Ah, yes, yes. You
The
take
important part.
the pouch of gold, and you weigh it, and you look through it. You take a couple of minutes to go through it. There, from the weight and from the fact that it's all platinum coins, and from the weight, it seems about 400 platinum coins.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, so he had absolutely nothing on him. How strange.
Yo,
He
he's an
obviously
elite
already
assassin.
hid it somewhere
No,
else.
He
no.
put it into stocks, obviously. Like it's fine.
Boys, listen. We need to leave the money here. So that
But how much money?
Demir's the
This
one
is
with
out
the
of this is out
money.
of character, by the way, Demir.
Uh huh.
the mirror, you
How
know
mu-
that.
How much money does Demir take or leave? With 400 juicy platinum sitting there, just waiting to be used. Think of all the books you could buy.
And all the ink.
Everest, stop being a bad influence.
Can I turn
Don't
to
we have
Kyoho
all
and
those dragon parts that we can sell for money still?
Yeah,
That's
good
true.
point.
can I turn to Kyoho and go? I'm not going to pretend to really understand your history with this guy. I know next to nothing about him. I rolled a natural one, I believe. And is there any proper way you'd like to dispose of the body?
I've been thinking about that. It is difficult given that this facade that we must take part in is in play. Because doing anything respectful to this body could make things difficult would it to be discovered. People would ask why somebody would give such a respectful burial.
I've cast Gentle Repose on it, so the body's going to hold for the next 10 days. If you would like, I can offer a proper burial for it and offer religious sacraments and then inform the Court of Mall where the body is buried for later retrieval if you'd like to make your peace now, but it might not be a peace that's held for long. Something like that, would that be... Do I know what Onis do with their bodies?
Roll history, Callahan.
What I know what
You
Onis do with
automatically
their
know
bodies.
because it's your friggin' culture. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You know about the same. You know that what happens if it's just a normal when an oni dies. Uh, If it's just normal peasant, no, not a lot of money, the family usually cremates the body and then gives them a grave. It's a bodiless grave, but they cremate the body. Some scatter the ashes, others keep the ashes at home, and but the grave is more symbolic. This is just for the normal people. The normal people. Those of higher standings and more money usually have the big embellished graves. They have like family graveyards just for their families, usually for the nobles and whatnot. They are also cremated, but before that, there's a 3 day mourning ritual where people go there, cry, and speak about the deceased and do this whole ritual around it. Then the body's cremated. Then there's another ritual around the cremation, and then the ashes are brought to the the grave, and they are actually buried in the grave. They are the only ones that are actually buried in the graves.
What I know much about Mamoru's uh, family status and if they have a graveyard.
Roll a history because if you remember.
Yeah.
Would I be able to roll a history?
Damn, Kyoho.
You're
No
fine.
need, no need, my boys.
You can if you.
Oh, I didn't see it yet. Oh,
You can.
oh yeah, never mind. Jeez.
Actually, you're from his province, Demir, so you actually would know that Mamoru was in fact a of noble descent. He was not only a samurai for the Lord, also the most highly regarded samurai. He was a kenshin, which automatically made him he's a sword saint, so he automatically had a really high status, which means that potentially when he died, he would get the best of the best rituals, and then buried. The ashes would be buried in his family graveyard. Thing is, Kyoho, his lord was part of the war against the civil war between the imperialists and the shogun. The shogun is okay. Onigashima, has an emperor and has a shogun. The shogun is basically the military leader, but he's basically the one in control. The emperor is just a puppet. The war that your brother was involved in, and Mamoru, was the imperialists, the ones that side with the emperor, trying to overthrow the shogun. That didn't work out very well. And Mamoru was part of the imperialists. That's why he was exiled. Translation: he would have been executed. Him and his lord would have been executed if they didn't flee Onigashima after losing the war. So you have the idea that possibly they might have the the graveyard might still be there because they don't have a habit of destroying family graveyards, but he might not be allowed to be buried there.
All right. Okay.
Yes, the last Oni, Kyoho killed just left in the street. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I didn't have personal history with that guy.
that's fair. That's very fair.
Also, he challenged me to a duel to the death, and cheated by having a class ability he wasn't high enough level for yet.
Wow. Wow. He was an encounter. He can have whatever abilities I wanted to have. Anyway,
Demir will share what you said, Ran.
yes, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
I think what I'm going to want to do is to. I probably don't have the capabilities and stuff on hand to do a fancier ritual, and also that would be a little hard to do these days, given the secrecy that we're currently having to work under. But I believe cremating him and then trying to bring the ashes back to Onigashima makes the most sense.
I would be happy to help with the cremation, although
Yeah.
the eventual delivery, for me at least, will be a bit difficult.
All right.
Mm.
So, Callahan and Terry are gonna go deliver the head, right?
The Emrys.
At Emrys.
I really wish you wouldn't phrase it like that, but yeah.
You are literally going to deliver a head.
Walking around with
Well,
his
we're
head.
taking the other evidence.
And the other evidence.
Yeah.
But you're leaving the
Yeah,
body
to
there.
be clear, we also the idea was that we were going to specify if they ask that if was this Kyoho's brother, we're going to be like, no, we were mistaken by that because we never actually saw the assassin's face.
All only look
Yeah.
the same to us. It's okay.
Yeah, that's why the non-Oni are going, so they can have a.
Wow, Callahan. All right. But you're leaving the body. You're just taking the head and the rest of the evidence, right? Okay. Demir and Kyoho, what are you guys doing meanwhile? Taking care of the cremation? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Demir does have Firebolt, so
Yes, I do.
yes. You can work with that in the meantime. All right. So, Callahan, Emrys, Terry,
Yo.
you make your way to the court of Mal, carrying a severed head and a backpack. Yes.
Can I put the head away? I mean, I feel that's just disrespectful.
You can. I assume in the warehouse, you could just search for a sack and put it inside the sack.
Yeah, I mean, we've been here in Westreach for a few months at this point. I feel like I'm sure we know some of the families around the neighborhood, the kids. They'll be all like, "Oh, look, there's Callan, Emrys, and Terry," and we'll be like, "Yo, kids."
Yep.
Not today.
I assume at least because gentle repose stops the body from decomposing and stuff. So I assume that it's not really bleeding that much.
Oh, it's still
So
bleeding. Yes, it's still bleeding.
Well, not as in not as much as it would.
Oh no! It's still going to stain the bottom of the bag, but it's not going to be
No,
dripping the whole time.
We're gonna have it till the
It's
neck
not
is facing
becoming,
up.
Super gross.
Oh
is
my
what I mean.
Okay. So
The neck is facing up, guys. We're not letting it leak.
Genius.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just gonna fall out of the mouth and eyes, and
yeah.
Oh,
No, we'll
it's not
close
gonna
it.
look pretty anyway.
Done.
It's just words now. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not going to be leaking, but it's definitely going to be a bloody bag. Yes. But anyway, you reach the court of Mal, and as you arrive at the court of Mal, you see a sword that approaches you, and he stops you and. Just cutting to the chase a little bit, you inform him of what you bring. He immediately ushers you into the building, escorting the three of you into a room. It's a almost bare room. It only has one bench at the very back and several chains hanging from the walls. You are asked to wait a few moments while a shield of Mal is called.
Yes, the waiting/torture room.
Hey, gotta use all the rooms.
Waiting
effectively.
is a form of torture.
It is. Several minutes later, the door opens, and while you were expecting, actually, let me up the suspense by adding music, because inside the court of Mall you wouldn't hear the rain as much. There we go.
Instead, we'd hear the music that they have playing.
Yes, yes, of course. They have music
The
everywhere.
bard in every room.
Oh
I
yes,
like to
of
imagine
course.
just constant elevator music here in the Court of Mall. It's like dun 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 dun.
Okay, but after several minutes, what you see is, well, you were expecting a shield to walk in, but instead you see the iron mask of Justice Locke. Indeed.
Like,
Oh my
shit.
god!
Exhale, Callahan. Remember, breathe in, breathe out.
The man stands tall by the doorway, flanked by two shields of Mal. The same two who interrogated Kyoho and Callahan the other night, and also a few inquisitors.
This is Emra's first time here, so Emra's just kind of looking around with mild interest.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the light of the room, and being much closer than before, you actually see the featureless iron mask of Justice Locke, one of the four leaders of the Mal belief. You also see behind the iron mask the only parts of his body that remain visible being his eyes, his golden eyes, as he stares directly at you. The Justice raises his hand, and you hear his voice. Bring them chairs. 3 Inquisitors immediately bow and rush down the hallway. The Justice then continues as he looks back towards you. You are quite hurt. And you see him begin to chant softly in Celestial, the language of the gods. A silver light appears beneath him, forming a circle with inscriptions. The light increases in intensity, and then he points towards you 3. The same circles of light appear beneath you, and then you feel a warmth spread through your bodies. Your pain lessens, your wounds heal further, and you all recover 22 HP.
Hell yeah.
Except for Kyoho and Demir, obviously.
The 2 ones who need it the most.
Well, can't do anything if they're not there.
Should have came to church, bro.
And I
Take me to church. Okay. Callahan, roll an Arcana check. Yes, a Hosier reference. Roll an Arcana. There, yeah.
Can I use my hero point?
You
Please?
can. Although
What?
it matches it, but yeah, go roll an arc. Roll.
Is this like on brand?
Reroll still. Reroll.
keep it.
20-0.
A 12.
At 12. Yeah, I'll live at a 12.
Okay. You have no idea that this magic is beyond you. A magic that can heal this much and this many people at once? Oh my god, what the hell? Yes,
Is this not? I've got prayer of healing. I could do this.
but this much in this quickly. He only took a few seconds to heal all of you.
I was trying if it takes me 10 minutes to cast a spell.
Yeah, he did it in 6 seconds.
Whoa, a whole action. Shit, okay, guys.
Yes, indeed.
Gets visibly excited. He's like, oh, nice one, bro.
All right. So the chairs are brought, and you are offered to sit on them. They're much comfortable than the bench. Justice Locke stares down at the sack in your hands, and do you present it?
I very gingerly would like to take the head out and just be like, here you are, and just maybe. I won't roll it, but I'll leave it at a weird angle
Okay.
where it could roll on its own if it needed to.
When you pull it out, one of the shields steps forward and actually takes the sack with holding the head by one of the horns. And just looks at it. The other one, Shield Faust, Callahan. You remember this is the man that interrogated you, the one with the carved words into his face.
Oh, I remember.
Yes.
I remember.
He begins to cast a spell that you recognize as Zone of Truth. All three of you, please roll for me a Wisdom saving throw.
Fucking hell, Jesus.
Hold on. I'm gonna give Callahan a hero point.
Wow.
And I'll buy.
Sorry, I used up all of our luck on that history check.
I'll give my hero point to Osho.
I'll
Tremors.
use.
Well, you can buy them. Yes, that's fair. Yes. Buy all your hero. Oh, shit. Cello, thank you for the 100 biddies, honey. You're wonderful.
I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry.
Oops.
I didn't mean to do you dirty like this.
You know, it's better. It's better. That's all that matters.
Waste them out now so we just take everything on the chin.
I'll use my hero point as well, I guess.
Okay, use your hero point then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so...
See, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
All right, so...
Sorry, guys.
Terry and Emerus, both of you pass. While Callahan, you are unable to tell a lie. You're not forced to speak the truth. You're just unable to tell lies. And actually, when he does that, something odd happens. Shieldfast looks at all three of you, and then he turns the Justice Locke and says, those two, pointing to Emerus and Terry, they were unable to resist the Zone of Truth. Then points at Callahan, he was able to resist.
I was able to resist.
That's what he said.
Woo! Is this true?
Nope. I just told you it was the other way around.
Okay. Callan's like, does I don't want to presume, but does Callahan hear this?
Callahan does hear this.
He like looks at my man Foss and he's like, "What do you mean? I totally didn't succeed this. I'm telling the truth."
He points at Callahan. Silence. You are able to fib. The others shall speak to the justice. Then he turns and gives a nod and a bow towards Justice Locke, who stares at him, then stares at you, Callahan. but then he looks at the bloody sack. Regardless.
Is there any way for Callahan to display how much he thinks it's bullshit that he doesn't get to talk to Justice Locke without
He can stare daggers at someone, yes.
Nah, I'm whipping out my mini book of Maul and I start taking notes. I'm like, Foss is a piece of doo-doo.
Man,
I'm just
fuck
shaking my head
Foss.
and look at this guy. I'm penning you, fuck Foss. Like, really aggressively, I'm shaking my head looking at this guy.
Alright. But Justice Locke turns towards Emerus and asks, am I to understand that you've found and killed the assassin then?
Yes.
Emrys will attempt to make a psychic connection with Justice Locke.
And
Does
the
he deny it
moment...
in any way?
Yeah, he denies it.
Emrys kind of looks around nervously when he denies it. Kind of looks to Callahan and to Terry and then back up and just kind of, after a moment, just like speaks very quietly and just says, yes.
He looks at Terry when he also said it, and then looks at Emerus and nods. Then he looks towards Terry. What proof do you have that this was indeed the assassin?
I pull out the note. No, actually, I give the backpack.
Okay. One of
All
the
of it.
Okay, one of the shields, the other shield, Shield Donnelly, reaches for the backpack and he starts sifting through it. And then he presents the Justice with the note and describes what's inside. The Justice reads the note for a moment and then passes it back to Shield Donnelly, who... none of you have met Shield Donnelly. It was Kyoho. But he seems to perk up and he looks towards the Justice and goes, Your Grace, this matches the statement from the banker that the Abjurer withdrew a large amount of platinum last month. Justice Locke gives a nod, and then turns and looks around at everyone, and then focuses on Emerus again. According to the statement by Kyoho Kyungata Kamal, the assassin was likely to be her brother, Saito. Is this Saito then? And where is she?
We do not believe this is Saito. It is another Oni who Kyoho was acquainted. I am not as familiar with the details myself, but I believe he was a friend of her family and therefore a friend of her brother, but it was someone who she held in high regard, so she is, well, she is with the body.
You see his eyes narrow behind his mask for a moment. He remains silent, as if contemplating something. Odd. Very odd. But I suppose a mistake could have been made under stress. He looks around again, and then signals for his inquisitors, who have been taking notes, by the way. and for the shields to step back. Then he looks towards you. You are skilled fighters. I have heard of your work against the abomination called Sketch and his gang of criminals. This assassin must have been quite a foe. I can see that bringing him in alive must have been difficult. On behalf of the court, I thank you. We will continue our investigation, but you may go.
Emrys nods, and just kind of looks to Callahan and Terry.
Terry nods and gets up, preparing to leave.
Could I make an insight check to see if he's like being honest about being thankful and grateful and like likes us and all that?
Oh, totally.
Does he like Callahan? That's what he wants to know. Does he like Callahan?
Roll that insight.
Does he feel especially proud of Callahan? Like, this is the little cleric of Maul. You are.
I'll cut to the chase.
Wow.
Out of the characters of Maul, you know, that one, that's the guy.
That Cal guy.
Callahan, his words at least feel and sound genuine. Not a lot of emotion, but it doesn't feel like a lie, at least.
Alright. Can he flip open to like one of like the cover pages of his mini book of Maul, and with the pen that he's writing to say "fuck you, Faust" in the margins, can he be like, "Oh yeah, so I don't get to meet many representatives of Maul. I don't suppose you'd be down for signing my book or anything, would you?"
He gives you this highly confused look at first.
The autograph book of Maul?
Autograph book of Maul. I'll change it to that.
That's a collector's item right there.
He's gonna try to get an autograph from each of the justices, isn't he?
That's the plan now. Yeah, I found a short-term goal, a side quest, if you will.
He looks
And
very
gotta
catch
catch
them all.
himself.
yeah.
Catch 'em all. Nice. Very nice.
Wow.
RB.
He gives you this confused look at first, and you're gonna roll for me a persuasion.
Wow, he won't just give his fans what they want. We're out of hero points. Fuck, I should have saved for this.
I think there's one more hero points, right?
No, there's
Use
one
my
more.
hero point.
No.
Yeah, give it to him.
Callahan,
Give it to
use
him.
my hero point. Use it.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Is that okay, Rand?
Well, once he buys it, yeah.
Oh, I haven't used mine. Can't I simply give it?
No.
Okay, I'll buy it.
Your hero points are your own.
Man, I should have waited to give it to Dusk until after.
I should have thought of this in advance. This was a split.
Wow.
You guys were like,
Poor
"Oh, we should all
Bob.
leave," and I was like, "What would Callahan do to prevent that from happening?"
Callahan, reroll that persuasion for this very important roll.
Hands in
Oh.
together, guys. Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, friendship marker on the hands. Let's roll together.
If he doesn't get it, then we use the kill OPC reward.
Wow.
No.
Kill.
There's no recovering from a rejected autograph.
All right, how about this? If we do get it, if we roll the high numbers, I'll throw out a sub for the guys. That's what Maul will do.
Wow.
15.
Hey! All right. Justice Locke turns towards the book. Oh shit! Thank you.
Oh my god! Congrats, Osio.
Wow, Osio. Nice.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dusk. I was, yeah. Wow.
Thank Maul.
Thank Maul. Yes.
Oh.
He takes the pen and he writes a signature on your Book of Mal.
Go!
Justice Locke. And then he looks at you as he gives it back. I don't often get believers interested in such things. Interesting.
Well, they should be. You're a stand-up guy, man. I really respect you and everything that you stand for. You're cool, and I appreciate the good message you're really putting forward. Thanks again, guys. Like, I really appreciate Fost. No harm, no foul. Other guy, I heard you were very respectful to my friend Kyoho. Just a sock again. It was just an honor. Just an honor. I'm going to go head off now. It's been a long time. I was stabbed repeatedly during that fight. Catch some Z's, guys. Eat well. Stay safe.
The whole time,
the
you got like an Inquisitor constantly like giving you the signal for you to leave, like constantly this way, please. This way.
Fucking like half wrestling me, and they're like, all right, bye.
Yeah. But yes, you're all escorted out of the building.
When we are going out, Terry whispers to Callahan. Callahan, you know that Justice Locke thought you were lying the whole time, right?
Callahan will make a death saving throw.
That was good timing to the music.
The music just cut out of nowhere. I thought I didn't know that was for everyone, and no one said anything. I was like, Callahan must have died.
Holy shit, RB! RB!
Whoa!
What? Dude!
Praise be them all.
Thank you so much, man.
And to his justice's mighty pen.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Praise Mal. Yes, praise Mal.
Praise Mal.
Praise Mal.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. But yeah, you all exit the fuck, I can't think. You all exit the building. Yes, you're outside the building in the rain. Do you return to Kyoho and Amir, or do you want to talk about something, or what's going on?
Callan's in a state of just self-denial. It's like, he definitely had to believe me, right? This is definitely the case. Terry's full of shit. Fuck Fost.
Terry's full of shit.
He doesn't vocalize this. That's his inner monologue. In his inner monologue, he has no like rough voice. It's just, oh my god, what is this?
Terry can feel it though in his bones. The stare of disdain. Yeah. Right. So, Mangos. Thank you for the hydrate. Everyone hydrate if you can. Thank you, Mangos.
I actually have to. But
yes, Terry.
Don't you think that's suspicious what Fost just did? Was he also bought? Can the Court of Mal be bought?
What? No? That's ridiculous. Why would anyone ever think that? I mean, look, maybe Fost was because he is the worst. He is the worst member.
In his culture. Oh wait, I'm not there. Never mind.
Shut up, Damir.
Could I make like an insight, or is there a wisdom check that I can make
for what?
To kind of see if there'd be any reason to believe that Fost could have been bought?
I mean, you saw what you saw, and you heard what you heard.
But would it be like, I imagine it's not a common occurrence, but would there be records or rumors that members would have been bought at some stage, or had been bought and they were caught for it?
Roll history for the whole history of the church.
Oh, geez.
Respectable.
Man, yeah, RB, you've put all the good vibes in these roles. You got this.
All right. Listen, as much as the bearers of justice as the Church of Maul likes to to be, there are always quote unquote rotten apples. However, you've never heard of any shields, because swords can be influenced, but shields of Maul are like the beacons of Maul's like righteous fury. They are you've never heard of them being bought. If this guy was, it would be a unique case, so to speak.
All right, guys. Like, look, if he was bought, we're in big fucking trouble. That's probably not out of the question. I mean, all I'm saying is that if he was, we're fucked.
But what? Okay, so what if he wasn't, and that wasn't Faust?
To cast Zone of Truth, I'm 20% certain you have to be a cleric. And the way, and there wasn't any difference between how Faust cast Zone of Truth and the way that he did beforehand, did he?
Didn't seem like it.
Yeah. I don't think there's a chance that could have not been Faust. He cast in the sense that, like, he was a cleric of Maul. Like, we've got, I don't know, it's probably somebody that I would notice maybe a little bit more than others, but no, I'm pretty sure that was definitely him. Unless, of course, he just didn't want me talking to the justice, which would be ridiculous.
No, he clearly wanted us to be able to lie. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. The more we're talking about it, the more it kind of seems like it. But I'd be too worried about pushing this guy. He's powerful, for sure.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just trying to piece all of it together to see how far this plot is going. How deep. They mentioned a banker. Did you hear that? A banker is involved as well.
Did they?
Yeah. A banker said that Arthur withdrew a large amount of platinum last week, I think.
Last month.
Last month, yeah.
I guess the big question is, do we want to keep pulling on these threads, or do we want to just take the piece that we're after accomplishing and running?
I am on board with that. I'm fully on board with going away.
Like, we can talk to this banker guy, but I really have no interest in any questions we're going to give to him.
No. Just I was just mentioning it, not.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah. Bankers are scumbags. They're parasites on people. Yeah.
I think Arthur is the real scumbag, and he just made it that much easier for everyone to want to incriminate him.
Imagine being that hated that everyone wants to incriminate you and no one really wants to push for you to be good. Imagine what sort of guy you have to be for that.
Yeah. You have to be quite a guy. I'd love to shove my stick up his mouth. The staff. Chill.
And Callan just laughs straight in Terry's face. Alright, well, look, I gotta bin this, like, weird bloody rag where the head was in. I just find the nearest bin. Just, I don't know, unless you guys want to do anything, I'd say are we heading back to the home base, is it?
You're returning, I assume you'd be returning to Kyoho and Demir, who are in the warehouse, I assume, because they were taking care of the cremation there.
Do you guys want to go? I mean, I don't know enough about... What little I know about Oni culture, like I grew up in Walgate, which is close enough that I understand enough of Oni culture. They're quite there isn't much outside influence, if you know what I mean.
We can wait outside the door for them to finish and be respectful, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Meanwhile, Kyoho and Amir, I'm gonna say you use some of the boxes in the warehouse to set up some wood for the cremation. And with the help of magical fire, it's not really that complicated. And you were able to burn the body and say a few words. And words that usually would be said for these kinds of things. You both of you have been to uh, these kinds of funerals on different scales of the class, because Kyoho, you're from an upper class than Demir was.
Yes.
So Kyoho, you had a better upbringing and more educated upbringing than Demir had. Weirdly enough, at least in Onigashima. But yeah, you finish the cremation. You gather the ashes. You put them into a pot you find, and as you leave the warehouse, you see the other three waiting by the entrance under some protection from the rain, uh, waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
This is where you guys interact.
Demir's just kind of very silent about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kyoho's often very silent about everything.
Oh, she has a voice. Yeah, I sometimes forget.
I wish it didn't come to this.
Indeed.
I'm sure death in battle was brought some happiness to him, but to even be put in such a position to begin with, that's tragedy.
This whole thing has been a tragedy. Tragedies.
I doubt that if we had not been involved ourselves, things would have been any different. What we saw at the courthouse, they prepared, and what we saw here, what we were given for Arthur to bring to his home, they had this all planned out regardless of whether we were the ones to do it or not.
Yeah. It was just a safer way to do it. Because if we were caught, or if we die, it wasn't one of their own.
All right. Do you guys decide to head back to the inn and rest? It is nighttime, so
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, I think the group
Yeah.
will quietly go back to the inn.
Okay, so you all go back to the inn. You turn in for the night. You see that your dragon parts are still there. Nobody touched them. All dragon parts accounted for, and you rest for the night, and you get a long rest, so you recover all your hit points and whatnot, and all that good stuff.
Hey,
Come morning, you realize it is still raining. It is still, as per usual in Westreach, it does rain a lot. But at least you go downstairs, you get some breakfast, and you decide together what the hell you want to do now.
I want to see Arthur get arrested. I want to watch it.
Wait, you want to watch what?
I want to watch Arthur be arrested.
Ooh.
I would like to as well.
Terry laughs involuntarily as well. As in, yeah. You will, Emrys.
Callahan might give it a miss if that's okay, and he might do something else. If that's alright with everyone else.
I mean, I just want to say, you don't know when he's gonna be arrested. You just
We're all just chilling outside of his house, and we're like, ooh, here come the police. Oh no, it's for something else. It's for something else. It's false alarm.
Just gonna be sitting on the steps waiting to be. Bye, Felicia. Well, if this whole thing was for Amos' sake, if we should wish to wait a while longer, that we can do that, although I personally wouldn't mind distancing ourselves greatly.
Agreed.
Yeah, that would be the wisest choice.
all right. Callahan, what are you planning to do?
I was planning on checking with everyone and seeing how much rations they have and how much rations they'll need for leaving Westreach.
All right.
Once again, I tell everyone that dear Lady
Natasha, yes.
Natasha. Yeah, okay, I got the right. The elderly halfling woman from Kalios, as we're all aware, is currently arranging a ride for us to get to Wallgate if we still want to go there, or if they want me to cancel in case we want to explore more of Windborne.
I'm up for a trip down the capital.
You
The capital of Windborne.
No, for Wallgate.
Okay.
I'm up
Okay.
for Wallgate, yeah.
Would Volgate be a good place to sell all these dragon parts?
Yeah, I think Wallgate's meant to be like.
I think it was Woolgate and the capital were Westreach before Ivy got axed by a dragon that shall remain nameless. But I want to say that the capital and Woolgate were the other places mentioned as like possibilities for being
I
able
think
to
we have to go.
For selling it, we only got it Wallgate and Westreach. I don't think we actually got an estimate for the capital.
Oh, I'm not saying we got an estimate. I'm saying like I had thought that like a while back when we first came
gotcha,
on
yeah.
them, we were like, oh, the capital and like has plenty of like seedy parts where we could possibly get rid of them. And our original thought was, oh, we'll just go to Westreach because it's closer, and then we stick to Dragon on town. But you're right. We don't have any like point of contact, or we have nothing to really know like who would even go to in the capital Whereas presumably, at least with Woolgate, Callahan might presumably knows people or would be able to try and figure something out at least.
Or not,
Which would be pretty much going to.
Does Terry know anyone from the capital?
No. No.
No distant relatives? No, like, friends?
No, I've heard of the capital, but I've lived up north all my life.
Up north, isn't that Glarion?
No, it's I'm forgetting the name of the town that I said I was from, but it's in the mountains, really up north. Yeah,
It's near the border with Glarion. Yeah,
Glade Peak. I think I wrote Glade Peak.
it was Glade Peak.
It's
yes,
the name. Yeah,
Glade
it's the
Peak.
town
Glade
I'm
Peak
from.
is in the mountains before Glarion.
I, for one, traveled from Woolgate to this continent for my own pursuits. Although I guess
Is there anything
Depending
more
on the-
here in this
depending on the
country?
duration, it wouldn't be the worst thing to do.
I mean, we can stay a few more weeks, months, as long as you'd like. I don't know where I am supposed to find what I'm supposed to find, so anywhere is as good as place.
What are you supposed to find, Terry?
A way to bring someone from another world into ours.
Demir's ears perk up.
Who exactly? Whom are you trying to get? Are you looking for this for?
For the Baron of Glade Peak.
And why does the Baron want an alien showing up?
I don't know, but it's the only way to free us from the curse that he himself brought upon us.
So you don't know who you're bringing.
No, I just want the villagers to be set free.
So would you need the help of someone like Sorry, this isn't my Callan voice at all. My voice must be gone.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
So are you looking for like
A wizard.
the Archmage of Conjuration? Is that kind of what you're going for?
That would be a good bet, yes.
Could I put some time into looking as to which Archmage Natasha was referencing when she
It
mentioned
was it was Illusion,
Illusion, yes.
her friend.
Natasha's side to the illusion one?
Yes, Natasha.
Yeah,
Natasha
to,
mentioned the illusion one.
Natalia. Yeah, she's friends with Natalia Semenova.
Yes,
if I remember
something
right.
like that. You do know who the Archmage of Conjuration is?
Is that not Ilya or is that someone else?
Yeah.
No, it's it. No, she's MIA, or no one knows where she is, as far as y'all know.
I mean, there
Are you
could also
sure?
be a scroll somewhere around, a ritual in some ruins. I don't know. Arthur was a good bet at the time, but
Oh
yeah.
yeah. No, I hear you, buddy. Nah, sure. Chin up. We'll I don't know. To get to Woolgate through Natasha's method, do we go through the capital anyway, or what's the crack
You
there?
didn't actually ask her method. You just said, "Can I get it? Can you get us to Woolgate?" And she said, "Yes."
Is there a magical community in Woolgate who could help us out?
In Woolgate, there's magic.
Yeah.
There's magic. There were rumors of also having an archmage there, but she vanished a while ago. But you know,
Oh,
Sounds totally
Oh,
unrelated.
wow,
Totally
Demir was from
unrelated.
Woolgate and chose
Yeah.
to go to the continent.
I'm not
And
connecting
I mean,
that.
listen.
I wonder what his character motivation and personal arc is.
Demir was looking for me all along. I was from Woolgate and disappeared.
listen,
Crazy.
listen. Woolgate is a big place. You haven't explored all of Woolgate. There's a lot of unexplored areas in Woolgate, and there might be some magical people in Woolgate as well as there might be in Onigashima, in Windborn, and Glarion, and whatever the fuck you want to be.
Is there anyone that I would know, more so from my own background, that might be able to help in Woolgate for either Demir or Terry's problem?
Roll a history.
Technically, you don't even know what Demir's problem is. You only know that he doesn't know where his master is.
That's what I mean.
As
Like,
he
find out
expressed
some.
to Arthur.
Does Callahan know like an ace detective or some shit like that?
Ace detective.
Wow. I mean,
No, not bad. Not
finding
bad.
there's people good at finding other people. Usually was to find them to break their legs, but they're good at finding people. At least when your gang was still alive.
Is there anyone who I know who's still alive who'd be able to give us a hand?
You don't know who's still alive. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's a fair one. That's a fair one. Oh, yo, can I whip out the old augury shit? Can I ritual cast augury and suss this shit out?
Sure. It's for an action that you're going to take in within the next hour, I think, or 30 minutes. So it's not a, well, can we go to Woolgate and will we find what we're looking for? It's not going to work. It's for an action that you're going to take within 30
no,
minutes.
yeah,
Or
sorry, no,
1 hour.
you're dead right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just more of a thought. Well, I'm out of ideas. Does anyone else have anything cool to input?
I mean, I think we could go somewhere. Why Woolgate? I don't want to. Terry looks at the mirror and Kyoho. I want to. I hear Oni there take other people as slaves. I don't know if that's common, but that's a risk I won't be able. I don't want to go. I don't want to take.
Do people? DM question: do Oni take slaves on Woolgate, or is it
No,
just
that's
an
Onigashima.
thing?
That's Onigashima. Terry is
Onigashima.
mixing the two up.
That's well, that's Onigashima you're preferring to. Woolgate at least is far more accommodating, I suppose.
Oh, that's a relief. All right.
But, I mean, like I said, well, would it be exactly my preference for many reasons? Woolgate is a very large place. It is an option. The only thing to consider, at least, is that if we were to secure passage there, then if we eventually wanted to leave, we would have to secure passage off the island, as opposed to staying on the continent, where, for all intents and purposes, walking is always an option. It's far easier, I suppose, especially if we, if we get ourselves into another similar situation like we have here, where we want to leave quickly. And goodness, I hope we don't find ourselves in these shoes again.
Demir, why isn't Woolgate your first option? Don't you want to go back?
Okay, well, I suppose it's my master was from Woolgate, Ilya. I studied under her. We were very close. She was like a a mother to me in many ways. And when she disappeared, I basically set off to find her. And like I said, Woolgate's a large place, but I felt that the best option was to go, after doing some initial digging around, was quite frankly to head to the continent and look around and see if I can pick up any possible leads and of the sort here. Unfortunately, the only inkling I've discovered is that Arthur understandably knew of her and was also looking for her because he is also unaware of where she is. And I guess I mean to just say that while it's possible that, for my own selfish reasons, while it's possible that she could have returned or be somewhere on Woolgate, I find it highly unlikely, especially because I would at least like to assume, and she had returned and I was not there, that she would at least try and contact me.
This continent has a lot of wilderness. Is it possible that she sought refuge there?
It's very possible. I mean, to be completely frank, I mean, she is an archmage of conjuration. For all I know, she's not even on this plane of existence anymore. I mean, like I said, I figured if she was somewhere, it would just very likely not be Woolgate. And being that she was essentially the resident archmage, I figured that people of similar stature or at least skill might at least be able to help me, or I might be able to find anything that could help me in my search. And so it's just sort of seemed like heading here was the best bet. But as far as, potential leads or anything, I mean, I have nothing. My best bet would have been Arthur, but for many reasons that was absolutely not an option. To be completely frank, some of my other suggestions of us trying to resolve our issues, such as finding the Archmage of Divination or any of the others, would also, well, not necessarily meaning I would suggest such things in total selfishness, they would at least help put me in the right direction. But like I said, I don't expect it to be easy, and while I definitely don't have as much time as I used to, all situations considered, it is not so pressing that we need to make decisions simply based on my own predicament.
Well, since your master is the Archwizard of Conjuration, I will gladly help you find her.
I appreciate that, Terry.
It's your call, as far as I'm concerned. We didn't listen to you last time, and I regret it.
Well, like I said, it doesn't even need to be necessarily like I said, there's no leads. It doesn't necessarily need to be an active search, but I am of the belief that the more different places and the more different people we meet, the more likely it is that I might come across something. I originally came to Westreach because I knew there was an Archmage in town. I knew there was various ongoings that might help leave me, as well as just the fact that it's a large city. And like I said, until I have anything concrete, there really is no specific direction I have in mind or something like that. more of the try and gather information as I go sort of thing.
I get it.
The big question now is then, do you wish to stay here in Westreach for a while longer? Do you wish to go talk to Natasha? What do you wish to do? I need a decision, guys. Yes, Sev?
I got to thinking about something as I was putting together the various pieces of Demir was saying. So your teacher is nowhere to be found, as of we know of.
Correct.
And she is not well liked by at least a number of other archmages.
If we are to take Arthur's word, yes.
Even if she did not steal from them, they believe so, so we can account for her trying to avoid them. Perhaps your best bet is trying to find her in a place where the other archmages wouldn't look.
Would make sense, yes. That is a very wise conclusion to come to.
The wilderness is probably not the worst of ideas for a hiding place, but that is a bit harder to thoroughly investigate without any other leads.
Let's see, question for Dean. What's the most wilderness word city, like major city on the continent?
You're standing on it.
Ah, shit.
I told you, it was like the first thing I said. Westreach is the westernmost city before the unexplored wilderness of Telia.
I mean, a guy could hope maybe the wilderness is more like northwest, and there's and there's a town called Northwestward. Northwestville.
Northwest. Yes. Shut up, Kanye West. But yes, that is you are standing in it. In terms of big city, that's it.
And to be clear, at least my suspicion with, definitely now that you've mentioned it, that it seems that the other archmages are very much on bad terms with my master, or at least say possibly, again, if they all think that she stole from them, whether did she not, she probably isn't anywhere that they would know of. I suppose in that situation, the only benefit would be to find a way to use the archmages to maybe get a lead on my own, but especially if they're as difficult as Arthur or Albion, that might not necessarily be an option either.
How to do a poll? You can just
we're too wishy-washy. We're all like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" I don't know. What do you want
yeah,
to do?
I would like a decision.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again.
We wonder why we're still level
Arthur.
5 after 22 episodes. Because we're not decisive.
Emrys was kind of looking very kind of like staring off into space for a lot of the discussion.
Helpful.
Kind of pipe stuff. Yeah.
Just looking like Callahan at the moment, just constantly like dissociating, me like, oh.
Just kind of pipes
Yeah.
up like.
Let's player discussion real quick. Personally, as a player, I'm leaning a little bit more towards capital because Woolgate is in the direction back towards Onigashima, so Kyoho would be resistant to go back towards there while she is still technically traveling to kill her brother.
Mhm.
Yeah. Demir's vote would be to go to the capital.
Yeah.
And then whether or not we stay
capital.
like an extra week to gather our things or whatnot, or to,
See
maybe
if we can
build up a
sell
little
some
bit,
of the
maybe,
dragon parts here before we leave.
yeah, build up a little bit, maybe extra coinage for the road, or secure like some passageway, or
Yeah.
find a new merchant that whose daughter is getting married off and will be ambushed by elves.
And has cancer.
And has cancer, yes, that's important.
Oh crap! I forgot about that.
Ah,
Damn.
yeah. Find the Z's. Yeah. Is everyone agreed to go into the capital then?
We're going to the capital, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After Arthur is dragged down the streets, mud is thrown at him.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
The capital is where?
East. It's the easternmost city. It's by the coast.
Do you happen to have like a map of Telia?
No. Well, I do have a map, but you guys don't have a map.
Would there be
Oh.
Do we know
I
of
see
like?
how it is.
Because we don't have to necessarily go to straight to the capital. We could like
Yeah,
travel to any
smell the
different cities
roses
on the way.
What you do know? What you
Travel
do?
from town to town trying to pick up like any news of Demir's mentor.
or Saito, or other characters who also have goals and things they're striving towards. Besides Yoni.
What you do know though, is that there is a main road that goes from Westreach, like the main. It's almost like the highway of this time that goes from Westreach to Silrook. Just going through that main road, if you went on foot, I believe you got this information once before when you went to Feywave. Just if you went on foot, it would take you about 2 weeks to get there. To get to Silrook, which is the capital.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks to travel.
I thought you were going to say something like, "It'll take you 2 years."
Oh no.
We've got a ranger and we've got a monk with survival skills, so we
Yeah,
can
okay.
buff
If it's not short, I'd be fine to like just head to the capital. I thought it was going to be like if we were most west and going most east, I thought it might be like several months or something like that.
That's through the highway, which is well maintained road, well guarded, not a ton of problems, and you do meet a lot of inns along the way. If you go if you go the scenic route, that's gonna take a long time, but you go through a lot of places. That is up to you.
I'm super down for that scenic route.
Emrys will just kind of like agree with going to the capital.
Okay.
For the time being, do we want to like hang out like while we gather things and make sure we were good to go? Are we gonna like stay in Westreach for just a week and maybe see if Arthur is drawn and quartered by then, and if not, head out anyways?
Callum will probably try and avoid staying for that. He wants to be out ASAP.
Yeah, that's kind of
especially-
realize. I just go on.
Sorry, I was going to say he's also, now that we're not going to Olgate, he wants to apologize to Natasha and go see her before we start going. But he's just like, we should go like as soon as we can.
Yeah, I was just saying, because I know Emrys and Terry expressed their desire to see Arthur punished. Demir and Kyoho are more of the mind to leave sooner versus later, but Demir is also like more willing to go along with what Emrys wants, because this whole kind of thing was for Emrys' sake.
Well, so basically it's
In his mind.
3 for going before Arthur gets punished, and 2 for staying for Arthur.
It's kind of like Demir's kind of like a half. That either both.
Yeah.
You can't be. You have to pick one choice because you're the fifth
can-
vote.
We can go. It's the wisest choice.
Emery's won't like.
Yeah.
Emery's isn't gonna go kicking and screaming for it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, then we'll.
I wanna.
During the night camping, Terry and Emery's will share their vision of what is happening to Arthur.
All right. So, to cut to the chase, then, Callahan, are you going to be contacting Natasha? Is that it then?
Well, that, and I also wanted to make sure that everyone had, enough supplies. We all have enough rations. Terry, I know you're broke, so I'm happy enough to buy you your rations for the 2 weeks. Or wait, do I have that spell that makes me lets me summon food?
I believe so. I think it's a second level spell.
Create food and water. It's a third level
It's
spell.
a third level spell. Well, you can cast it.
45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
Yeah.
And you only need to do that if we fail our survival checks to find food as we travel.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Yeah, I'm saving my money.
Plus if you go through the main road, there's a lot of inns. So you can
And
also
I can provide these inns with free food if they're willing to provide us with free lodging.
Well, the thing is, the food that you create magically isn't really super appetizing. It is nutritious, but it's not super appetizing. It's like
spam.
Yeah, it's basically you eat spam.
Lads, if we just in that case, can I buy a little bit of Cajun spice, a little bit of curry powder?
Well, you have a cook with you.
Something to just help the food go down, if you know what I mean.
Yes. All right, so you can gather all that. You can start preparing for the trip if you want to leave as soon as you wish. Do you want to leave today? It's still morning. You want to leave today, or do you want to leave?
I'm perfectly happy with leaving today, or by this evening anyway, provided no one has any pressing things to go over.
I'm fine with leaving today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you two, Demir and I want to say Kyoho, but who's to say? Do you guys need to contact Belladonna at all?
No, she said that we were done after this.
And do we have something for? And Emmer says anti-scrying.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. I mean, all right. Does anyone else want to buy anything then? Are we all good?
I think we could.
All right. In that case, if today is our last day, I'm also going to say goodbye to Frankie.
Okay.
Frankie.
Who are you gonna go first? To Frankie or Natasha?
Natasha's more urgent. Frankie's more personal. So we'll do it.
Okay.
Natasha first.
Who's going with Callahan to Natasha's?
I mean, does Callahan say what he's doing? Is he inviting people to come?
Callahan doesn't know how to think to himself. He just openly splurges his plans. He's like, yeah, I guess Natasha is a lot more pressing, but then I'm going to see Frankie. Yeah.
So everyone at the breakfast table knows that he's gonna go visit Frankie and Natasha.
All right.
Demir would visit his totally real elven girlfriend, except he doesn't want to go. He doesn't even know where she would be.
Emrys will go along with Callahan, I guess.
Okay, Emrys goes with Callahan.
Demir would offer to look over all their stuff, all the dragon parts, and just do some reading and research, and
Okay.
that way they don't have to pay off anyone to do it again.
Okay. Anyone else going with Callahan?
No, Terry will go hide in front of Arthur's manor in hopes that he could see him.
He wants one last chance to see
Yeah.
if get arrested before we skip down.
Oh my god, he's just standing there. Like, I imagine a major. Sir, he's just been standing there the whole time. Just ignore him. Just
He's
ignore him.
standing there, menacingly.
Menacingly.
Wow. All right,
Yeah.
so, all right. Callahan and Emerus. You head towards the halfling's estate. As you reach there, you no longer see the previous guard that you saw before, Callahan, the one that was somewhat rude to you, if you remember.
Oh, I think of his name. Didn't I make a formal? Yo, Igor. No, Vladovich.
Yeah, Vladovich. Vladovich is no longer working there. It is another halfling standing guard.
Oh God, no! I feel so
Might just be on a,
responsible
he might just be on a different shift.
in this economy. Oh gosh.
Yes, but you are usher then once you say you want to talk to Natasha Rostropovich. And as you arrive, you see the elderly halfling sitting on a warm, comfortable chair by a warm, comfortable fire. She has in her lap a book and on her face a wide smile as she sees you. Come in, come in. It is good to see you. And you have a friend. Hello.
And it's just Emerus who came with me, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my bestie, and I slap him in the back.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Ah, and she looks at you, Amaris. Ah, wait, I recognize you from the party. I am sorry, I was not, how you say, able to recognize face. Apologies.
That's quite all right. I hardly put every face to memory myself.
Yes. Well, Kalakan, are you, decided?
That's actually what I'm here to talk to you about, Lady Natasha. I have some good news and I have some bad news.
Oh.
And then I have some hopefully good enough news, but I'm also willing to downgrade that per your discretion.
Very well. What are news?
The good news is we managed to find a way to sort things out with the least amount of issues.
Ah,
Or I hope so. Which is a positive,
yes,
positive.
Yes, that is good.
Thankfully, the person that I came to you about is safe now, and or safe within a relative sense.
Emery's kind of clutches the amulet.
The bad news is that things are taking us in the eastern direction towards Woolgate, but we're not going to Woolgate directly. But I do realize that I asked you for a massive favor as a complete utter stranger. And I still would like to offer my services to you if that is of any value to you.
Your services. Hmm.
And could I? So this is more of a DM question. So I have the spell Ceremony that lets me do a bunch of like weird, wacky crap.
Uh-huh.
Could I use Ceremony as like a custom one for like a pledge one, where if she wants me for something, I get like pinged or whatever to let me know that she's looking for me?
Not really. It's not something you can
Alter. No, that's okay. That's okay. That was
do.
it. Was just something. It was just something
However,
that I was doing when I was like picking out my
however,
spells.
she does smile at you. Actually, Garahan, when you came to me, I admit, how you say, I was not uh, fully honest and charitable. Yes, charitable. I was going to allow you to go, but I was going to make you a proposition. Would you like to work for me, Callahan? You and your
Yeah,
friends.
I could always do it a job. I'm kind of between, you know, graveyard jobs at the moment.
It it will not be a graveyard job. She looks confused at you for a moment.
Callan's confusing himself. It's okay. He got like I totally get it. Like I live in my own body. I know what I'm like.
Yeah, no, she
Emry's,
is. She took it very literally.
Emrys sends a telepathic message to Callahan. Callahan, what's a graveyard job?
It's where you go to the graveyard and you hope you see some families come by and be like, "Oh, I can offer my services," and they usually say yes because you look official.
You're just a bootleg priest. Just hey, you want some prayers
You
over
want some
your.
holy water? You want some holy water? Go cheap.
You want me to bless your
This
dad?
morning.
You want me to bless
Hey,
your
hey,
Giving him
grandpa?
a
got any,
blessing.
got any prayers on you? Stretching the neck.
Yeah,
Any
no,
loose prayers going?
no. But she said, Callahan, I have been looking for capable people. People, I would ask for jobs, for work, for difficult things, things that require, how you say, and she points to her bicep, like, and she tries to flex, although she's an old lady, and then points to her head. Both of these, yes.
Whoa, Natasha! Jeez, you've got some gains on you, girl.
Ah, silly you.
Callan does nod, and he's like, "I get what you mean. Look, Natasha, I'm in your debt. If I could, I would offer my services right here, right now for you. What is it that you need?"
Well, I admit something to you, Callahan. I am an archaeologist. I came to this place to, how you say, study ancient secrets about the worlds we cannot find in Kelios. Yes? And I wish to open a, how you say, how does the common tongue call it? A museum, yes. Would you be interesting in exploring for me? Yes. I finance you, and you explore the locations I tell you to, and bring me what you find.
Natasha, I'm already sold. Like you don't need to sell it to me anymore. As soon as you said that you're going to pay me to go look through shit, awesome.
Silly.
I do that anyway. This is great.
Oh, well. It would be a dangerous affair, yes.
I point at M and I'm like, we put ourselves through life and death scenarios far too regularly. That as soon as you said it, I realized I wasn't phased, and that's what phased me. How about you? Life, death? Does that bother you?
I what sort of sites would we be investigating?
Ah, well. You might go where I receive news and information. How you say, ancient locations, hidden locations. On occasion, a little side job to help an old woman out. Of course. You will be financed and paid handsomely, yes.
Natasha, the only question I got is, what older lady are you talking about? I don't see anyone like that around here.
Oh, you silly boy.
Callan's really just hoping she'll adopt him and become his grandmother. Like he's making every try.
Oh, she notices. And she finds you hilarious. Are you interested?
I'm at the very least. I can't speak for the rest of our group. We are a democracy, and he seems very smug at the word. But I'll be sure to let you know before anything.
Of course. And where do you wish to go next, if not Woolgate?
We're going east, like we're heading in the direction of the capital anyway.
Silfolk.
We're thinking of taking a few like scenic sites,
Hmm.
let our hair down, preferably. And we're looking for someone else as well, which is always a handy one. She's actually, would you believe I think she's also a halfling as well. And I turn to Tamara, like, do you know what the deal?
Emrys looks confused.
Or does Callahan not know what race Ilya is?
Yeah, no, Callahan knows. Them years told him.
I think so, but I saw a lot of exclamation marks in the chat, so it's like, oh. Hold on, give me just 2 seconds just to go over my notes, just to make sure I have everything that he knows. How many sessions ago? Ilya stole documents, so it's from that far back, anyway.
Yeah. What do you wish to know? Because I can tell you, if need be.
No, more so like what information he does have. Like I know we don't know much. We know that Archmage of Conjuration.
Yes.
Halfling? Question mark.
Yes.
Young one maybe.
She is a halfling, and she was the one that raised Demir, and why Demir can speak halfling so well, and also why he has the name Demir.
Oh, I never put that one together. Fairy halfling name. That's nice. That's a nice little touch. Just like, yeah, we're trying to look for. You said you knew one of the archmages.
Yes.
Do you know? Are they tight? Are they close? I'm sorry. I know I might be talking out of turn. I came here to apologize, and now I'm
I do
asking
not
you
know,
questions.
but
You're very easy to talk to, and I'm just very sorry.
Callahan, child, if you are working for me, if I am your patron, it would not be a problem for me to investigate on your behalf. Yes?
Oh, whoa, that would be fantastic. I turned down. I was like, that's a good idea, right? Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. You know, Team Shadow Ninja. Let's go. I think that'll work well.
Well, go ask your friends if they are interested in entering a formal partnership with me.
I will do. And I make a very large and long formal bow, standing up like we're getting close to that 45-degree angle.
Yes,
Um, before I can like get up and
you silly
make my way
boy.
out. Thank you again for everything, Natasha. I cannot stress how much your kindness has been changing our lives.
Come to me with good news then. And she just waves you off.
As I'm leaving with them, I'm like, yo, what do you think, Natasha Rostropovich?
You met her at the party?
Met her at the party. We were chatting a little bit beforehand too. You know, she's great. Like I'm really thinking that we might have a thing going on there. Like I think she might want to adopt me as her grandson.
That's well,
I know what you're thinking. I might be a little bit old for adoption, but a guy can hope.
you are more perceptive of these things than me, so I suppose I must not have noticed. That's what she was suggesting. Emrys looks very
She was also mainly, you know, doing the job offer. Would you be down for that sort of work?
well, we are in need of well,
Income.
yes. Exactly. So I'm sure that well,
I'm more interested in what
to
you think. Like, is this what you want?
I don't know what I want, Callahan.
All right, then fuck it. Let's do it. Let's go
Right.
whole hog on this totally different life and adventure. Let's go.
Yes.
Better question, M. Why wouldn't you take up this lucrative offer? As for museums and shit, I'm sure we'll see some magic crap like that. And he's like tapped his forehead. Be good for your training, huh? We got to make sure that you are strong enough that you could bust the balls of any archmage that sticks their finger to you. Not that I'd let them. I would totally smack that finger away.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, let's bring this offer to the others.
Already.
All right. So you guys gather at the inn. I'm gonna say later in the evening once Terry gets tired of staring at Arthur's home.
Wait. What about Frankie?
We're not going just yet.
Yeah, you're not just.
I have it circled in my notes. Don't go away.
Yeah, no, yeah. You gotta go to Frankie afterwards. But you do gather, and I assume you tell them about the deal. The proposition.
Yeah, I go over everything. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys listen to the proposition that is being made.
So, guys, what do you think? You know, a little bit of extra money. We do a lot of dungeoneering, a little of spelunkering, a little bit of exploitation. You know, we're all good.
I think it might be a good opportunity, for me at least, to have more than one silver in my name.
I agree it's a good opportunity. I just have to clarify. Callahan, this would be patron. She is good person to the
Yeah,
best of your understanding.
she like I came to her in my time of need. She was already fond of me from the party, and I think that was a pretty natural in. She was totally going to help us like get ourselves smuggled out of Westreach.
Demir gives kind of looks over towards Kyoho.
On the
As
surface,
the straight man of the party.
it does seem to be less morally complex than what we've currently been having to deal with.
If this did basically involve a lot of judgeneering, so to speak, that would mean going to new places, which could help me possibly on my search. It would also, to be quite frank, help us just get stronger, which would help us with Kyoho and
Yes.
her issue with her brother. Not to mention that, yes, having some more money so we can afford things such as, healing potions. I could perhaps start being able to create some scrolls myself that for various uses, and of course, Terry, as you mentioned.
I wouldn't mind too. She did have to look into people, so Kyoho, Demir, like extension Terry, like I can always ask her to look out for like Ilya or Saito and see, what's going on, whereabouts are they, what kind of feathers can we ruffle.
That could be nice, yes.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm sure it helps. She's friends with Natalia Semenova, the Archmage of Illusion. So maybe Natalia has her number.
That was, if Arthur is to be believed, I'm not sure that even the Archmage of Illusion would know where my master is, and may not necessarily could be looking for her with not the best of intentions, but there would be a possible source of good information, yes. I would be in favor of this arrangement, personally speaking.
So it's settled?
Sounds like it's settled, guys.
All right, then. As long as there aren't any catches we are unaware of yet.
Nah, she seemed pretty upfront about it.
All right.
Are you gonna go return to Natasha?
Gonna have to. I didn't think to prepare sending. So yeah, I guess.
Are you all going, or just one of you?
I think
Yeah,
we should all go, right? Since we accepted.
Oh yeah, introduce y'all. Yeah, it'd be pretty good. Like, there's no blood packs involved, guys. This is gonna be super. Terry, we're talking about that shit about the blood pact. It was crazy.
I mean, it might be good to meet the employer. Yes, it might be good to meet the employer. Yes, all of you. Just say.
Yeah, no. No, Demir will definitely go.
Because you guys have a tendency of splitting the party, and then you have to share the information that has been given to one side of the party, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And we like to RP
I-
it out.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
will
it's
go.
That's why
fine.
we're on episode 22.
All right. So you guys return. You pick up your stuff and go to Natasha's abode, and you, well, Demir, you are a gigantic creature amongst all these halflings. And so the same for you, Kyoho, but mostly Demir. You are a gigantic, enormous creature as all these halflings walk around you. Yet, you feel strangely at home
Hmm.
because you're used to halflings, right, Demir? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Mir's
yes.
kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, plenty of halflings. And as you reach the as you are brought to her office, you see she is behind a desk. This large chair that is she almost looks like a child sitting on an adult's chair, and but she is clearly sitting on what seems to be several pillows, and she is writing something on her desk because all the furniture is for human size. It's for human people. So it's kind of all too big for her, but she seems to be making the best of it. And she looks at you. I welcome you. How you say? Welcome you all to my abode. And Mir, you immediately hear that halfling accent as she's trying to
Demir,
speak common.
Demir's going to respond in halfling. Thank you very much for your hospitality, ma'am. We greatly appreciate it.
Oh, that's wonderful. As she starts speaking in halfling. You must excuse me. Will you do me the favor of translating for me while I speak in my tongue? It's much more. It puts me much more at ease.
I completely understand. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm more than happy to help.
Thank you, thank you. And you all start hearing as she speaks halfling. She's this weird kind of language. Demir is translating it word for word, I assume.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
The utmost accuracy to his
Oh,
ability.
yes, yes. Well, with your intelligence, it's not that difficult. Now, I assume that all of you are in agreement if you are here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I was pretty much a yes from the get go, but confirming a yes.
I know you are, you silly boy. If she switches to common as she says silly boy to Callahan and then switches back to Halfling. Well, if the rest of you are in agreement, then I do have this for you to sign. We are entering a formal partnership, a formal, well, patronage on my behalf. I do need some assurances as she pushes a document in front of you. All you need is sign. If you do not know how to read or write, just your mark is more than enough.
Can we read the dotted line
Obviously,
or the document?
obviously. I
big
made
is
sure
the,
to write it. I made sure to write it all in common. You can all read it as you wish.
Kyoho will read it over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm reading it over too.
Demir as well.
You all read it over.
Emery's mostly just looking at Demir, who's reading it.
Okay. The ones reading it over, roll an intelligence.
Oh boy, intelligence. Roll for law.
Ah, well, 17.
Oh!
Holy shit!
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
wow.
I'm gonna use my hero point.
Use your
I
hero.
see. Oh,
I think I'm gonna use my hero point too. I just
Yo,
feel
fuck it, I'm
embarrassed
logging
for
off,
such a
I'm logging
low
off.
intelligence roll.
Oh,
Oh
sweet
my
Jesus.
goodness.
Wow, RB,
Oh,
you are
goodness.
so stunned. Now, here's the thing: you are so stunned by the fact that you're actually speaking with a fluent halfling speaker. Surrounded by halflings, you are so delighted, so enraptured. You paid no attention to anything. Meanwhile, everyone is hyper focused on this document.
I
We're
really
just
don't
too
want to get
busy
stuck in another
translating.
weird underground deal to do shady stuff and murder people.
Yes. Good job, Demir. All right. What you do gleam from this document, it is wholly on the up and up. Uh, it's basically the notes that you are to uh, explore sites and do tasks that she gives you. You do have the right to refuse such tasks. If you accept, she will finance you for the preparation. And anything you recover from these sites, she has a right to claim. The rest, it all belongs to you. And she does note that most of what she will be claiming will be, in fact, for historical purposes. She
All
will
right.
she and you will be under her patronage during this time. It's a very straightforward contract.
Okay.
It's a shame Demir's not paying attention because he'd totally be on board for the historic preservation.
Yeah.
Emra's having read through it just quietly. Will with Mage Hand just write their signature.
All right.
Kyoho will sign it.
All right.
Terry as well.
Demir will, as a sheep, will follow the lead.
Oh, you fucking sheep. And
Callahan's gonna sign it just in the like as close to the same kind of font and style as Justice Locke did.
oh my god. Okay.
Bring it back, boys! You gotta bring it back.
Roll a sleight of hand. It looks pretty. It looks
Pretty
all
decent,
right.
pretty decent.
Yeah,
I'll go for it.
it looks pretty decent. It looks pretty decent. And she takes the document and wonderful. Very. And she folds it and puts it in a drawer. I will admit, I've been looking since I've come from Kalios. I do not know a lot of people, and I've been looking for capable hands. You all seem quite capable, and I've taken a liking to one of you. Demir, do not translate that part. And she smiles at Callahan.
Smiles back at her. He's like, "Hey, hey."
Meanwhile, he's like-
Demir translates and I just am happy to have employees now.
Yes, of course.
So,
While you work for me, I will finance you for equipment, and you will be doing your best work possible. I might not be a noble woman, but I do have money and influence enough to help you in whatever you need. But as long as you do a good job. Understood? She's not a noble. Callahan,
understood.
I want to point out she is not a noble woman in this kingdom. She is a noble woman back in Kalios. But
Okay, that makes my notes make a lot more sense.
Yes,
I was like, why was I taking out? She's like nobility. This makes no sense.
She's actually a mob boss, and we just don't know.
Yeah, she's from the old Halfling Mafia. Let's go, boys.
No, she is nobility back in Kalios, but in Windborn she's still a noble, a foreign noble, but she is not a noble of Windborn. So she does appear to have a lot of money, though. And she smiled. I will be moving soon. I will not be remaining in Westreach. I find this city plagued with a lot of foul scenes. I do not wish to be a part of them.
And there's some sort of creature that lives in the well.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah. Don't drink the water here. Or if you do, make sure you know someone who knows purify water.
Noted. Thank you. Well, either way, I will be moving to another location. And in the meantime, I do have a bit of a job for you. Right away. Are you interested in taking it now?
What is
Depends on
the
what.
job?
Well,
Yes.
it would
thank you,
involve you going further west. There has been a location that was discovered, and I received the information before the Pathfinders Guild, and I wish to point this out, which is very important. I do not work with the Pathfinders Guild. I do not like the Pathfinders Guild.
Oh, say more. Say no more.
Demir says like as well, and Halfling just like, oh no, neither do we.
Good. I have a lot of rivals that work with the Pathfinders Guild. So you might be in conflict with some Pathfinders at times. Be sure to act appropriately. And by appropriately, I mean if they use force, you are welcome to use even more. Understood?
Yes.
Good.
Oh, that was a very quick yes, Kyo.
Well, I like Kyoho's honesty and directness. Either way, I have a job for you. There is a location that was discovered not too long ago. It is about a week west of here. I will provide you with a map to the location, and I will provide you with money for your preparation. I will provide you with some information in certain locations. There will be checkpoints. Once you reach there, your job is very simple. You will be going into the location, you will be clearing it of any hostile life forms, but making sure to preserve the location as best as possible. You will also take care of any, let's say, traps that might endanger any people that I send there. And you will recover any artifacts. Are any of you well learned in
Yes.
histories?
Demir will reply, yes, I am.
Good. Then, Demir, you will be in charge of discerning what will be worth taking back and what won't. But take as much as you can carry with you back. Then I will be evaluating what I want to keep, and you will be able to keep the rest. For this, you will be paid handsomely upon return with good results. Are we understood?
Yes.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Kyoho will nod.
Good. Good. She looks at Callahan.
I'm shocked that you even need me to say that I'm in. I am double dog down in.
Sweetie, I am asking if you are keeping up. So far, yes.
Yeah. Prepare find traps. We take down, like, just bust the heads of anyone who like wants to give us any bit of grief. Make sure everything is perfect and pristine. We don't want to ruin any of the ancient artifacts. And then me and Demir, we're the most learned. We both read books, and I flash the book them all. We can handle all that. Isn't that right, Demir? Me and you, big brains.
Demir will translate and happily will like nod to Callahan.
Oh,
and
she
translate and happily.
she doesn't need you to
I'm
translate.
more than capable.
Okay, she doesn't need you to translate for her.
No. I'm saying
her.
like I'm gonna say. Sorry, I didn't mean to say translate. I meant to say he would just remark in halfling.
Oh, okay.
I am more than capable.
Very well. Then, and she picks up a little bell and she rings it. And the door opens and you see a halfling in a butler's... Igor. You've seen him before.
I've seen Igor. I know my man.
Yeah.
I'll give him the nod.
He ignores you completely. And he continues on. Puffed chest, just very focused. And he carries this large bag of money. Open bag of coins. This will be your preparation money. I have in there 200 platinum coins. Use it well. Sorry. 200 gold coins. Use it well. That's a large difference. 200 gold coins. Use it well for whatever you might need. If you need more money, request it and I will consider it, depending on what you require. Understood?
That is very generous of you, Lady Natasha.
Yes. In the meantime, I will look into this Ilya person that you requested of me, Callahan. I do not have the contacts here that I have in Kelios, but I can work some things out. That said, and you see her like shift around in the chair and then jump off the chair, and that's just her way of getting off the chair. But she's very spry for this very old halfling as she approaches you all and looks up at all of you. I want to make this clear. Be careful. Do not put yourselves in more danger than it's worth. These artifacts are valuable. These artifacts may hold secrets to our history that I wish to uncover, and I am paying you. But I'm not paying you to kill yourselves. I do not want that on my conscience on my last days on this branch. Understood?
Of course.
Good. Now, you may set out whenever you wish, but I wish for this to be done as soon as possible. I do reward fast workers. Igor, give them the map. And Igor just opens his jacket and takes out this long piece of paper and gives it to Kyoho.
All right, Kyoho will take a look at the map.
It almost looked like he was going to give it to Callahan, but then he switched to Kyoho and just gives it to Kyoho.
Oh. Igor!
What you see is... I do not have the map for you right now.
Yep.
But what you do see is... You see Westreach basically marked on the map. And then... Actually... I'll draw it. I'll draw it real quick for you. Okay, so let me see. This works. Okay. So what you basically see, I'll draw it. I'll give you a proper one later. But what you basically
this isn't the proper one?
Okay, so you see this is Westreach. This place, okay? You see that there is this line here. And then it goes kind of like this, and you also see that Feywave is here. There we go, Feywave. This line here that you see somewhat denotes the frontier, the known land. You see a line that goes something like this to a settlement here,
All right.
and then goes like this to another settlement here. And I wish this was a little bit longer, but it basically is around here is the location.
Okay.
Okay?
So this map basically directs us to a couple of settlements on the way,
Yes.
stop off points before getting to
Yes.
the place where we're going. Okay.
Would Demir know if these were like just based on like location or just general knowledge if these were like human settlement or like just smaller settlements or it's like not like elven like
You don't know any
stuff,
human
right?
settlements past Westreach.
Oh boy.
What she does say is these settlements are important waypoints. Traveling in the wilderness is dangerous, but there are some agreements with certain peoples outside of Windborn. The last settlement is where you will find a guide that will bring you directly to the location. For we do not have a direct map or knowledge of the location. The guides are the ones that will bring you there.
All right.
All you have to do is find one willing to take you there.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks around. Whatever means may be necessary, but do be gentle.
There's Demir's the one from the map, right?
Kyoho has the
Kyoho is, I
map.
believe.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
is Kyo like showing it to everyone or?
I can show it to people, yeah.
Yeah.
I have tool proficiencies that make me better with maps.
Aha. See? There we go.
This will lead us into the lands of the elves.
Oh, yes.
I see.
Why do you think I require people who are capable and strong? Not all elves are hostile. Many of them are peaceful, but many of them are not. Not to mention all the dangers and creatures that lurk beyond the known world. Many strange creatures. Do you have any questions?
Nah, I mean that really just covers just about everything for me, Natasha. I appreciate that.
Good.
We will be taking what we find back here, or
Yes, you will be. Oh. I probably will have moved by then. That is true. That is true.
That's okay. I've got sending. I can just contact you through that after we've got a mission complete.
Ah, good. Callahan. And she switches back to common. She reaches out. Kneel down, sweetheart.
Absolutely kneel down, yeah.
And she pinches your cheeks. You are full of surprises. Yes, be sure to keep me posted. Information is good. Yes?
I will, absolutely. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Wonderful child. You are so. And she just gives you a pat on the head.
Thanks, Natasha. And he just like reverts into like weird man child looking for affection. Being like, I'm more or less a dog at this point.
Ah, wonderful. Yes. If nothing else, then I wish you good luck. Keep me informed then.
If we're all heading out, is there something that I can do just before the session ends?
Hmm.
If we're like, is everyone else just going back to the cart to get ready to go?
Before we go, Emrys just nods to Natasha. Just thank you for this opportunity.
You are quite welcome,
Yes.
dear.
Thank you.
Do not. I believe you won't disappoint me, but know that I am trusting you with this business because I see something in you. Honest people. I like to keep thinking that.
I would like to thank Natasha, and then before we go, can I make my way to the brothel district to give my farewell to the man, the myth, the legend, Frankie?
All right.
And can I just see him, and he knows when I'm looking in his eyes and he's looking into mine, we both know what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hold my arms out for the big hug.
Hi! You just hear in Jurassic Park where before the T-Rex shows up, you just see the water ripple.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, boom.
Yeah.
When I think of Frankie, I think of Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah, you just see Sloth from the Goonies then just stomping. Hey, you guys! And he rushes towards you, Callahan. He doesn't know. He doesn't know why he's hugging you. He just knows that he wants to.
And that's it. I'm good. I'm good. Callahan, of course, weeps.
All right. And I think this is a good place to stop then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. As we cut into the sunset as this gigantic man kind of breaks Callahan's back with a hug, but Callahan is crying. Pain, emotion, it doesn't matter. It's Frankie. And we'll continue this next week.
All right.
All right.
Yay!
Woo!
We made it.
You survived. Yes.
We made a decision.
It only took us 3 hours.
Fucking thank God.
Hey,
hey.
Usually it takes us multiple sessions.
One of those hours was us dealing with wrapping up last session and like
The
reporting
Ark
to the Church of Maul.
Oh, speaking of which, you guys are level 6 now.
Gasp!
Because the Ark,
we finished an arc, and therefore we have. We've leveled up. Nice.
Yes. That is exactly what's going on. Congratulations on surviving this arc in particular.
All right, so we want to make the next arc like 2 sessions, so we get to level 7 ASAP, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet summer child. Oh no.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Let's go, guys. Hey, it's a good thing. One of my we're going to elfin territory because one of my top options for character replacement is an elf.
Wow.
So yeah, it will work out.
Wow, that's important, right?
And the other one is a halfling, so that's like double. Like, yeah, I'm good no matter what. Easy pot hooks in.
All right, I'm gonna find someone to raid. Let's see who's playing D&D right now.
Oh,
I think those guys that we raided last time.
Yeah, well, I want to raid someone new. Like each
Yeah,
time, give people some love.
Share the love. Yes.
Yeah, these guys look cool. Let's see, what are they doing?
Those are us, massive.
Oh shit! All right. Let's see. But sure. They're at half an hour in, so that's good. That's good. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed the session that we had. I hope y'all liked it. Yes. We're gonna be rating these guys. Duln card. Do not be super disruptive. Just say hello. If you wish to.
Did not mean to post that. I meant to close it.
Time to crash the party.
Or sub raid. I have these. Don't spam them. Just say hello to people, and yeah, and let's have a good raid for these people playing D&D. Like, let's share the love. And next week we'll have episode 23, the start of a new arc. Hype for that. At least I am. And yeah, and in the meantime, before that, I'm probably gonna have a one shot. So stay tuned. It's probably gonna be in the weekend.
One shot.
Yeah. One shots. I do one shots as well. Yes.
Yeah. It was a good session 0, by the way. The characters look very interesting.
Oh yes. I don't know why they all turned out to be evil assholes, but apparently that's the thing people want to play. And there we go.
Towards each other, yes.
Yes, towards each other. They really do hate each other. But anyway, have fun, guys. Enjoy the raid, and let's go.